You know, here in the States, I know that puppets are kind of a thing of the past, but we actually still use them a lot in Africa. I've been in small town village settings where you can get a crowd, not just kids, but adults running to see what's this whole puppet thing going on.
Really?
So before I can give you a puppet, I've got to teach you the proper technique, because we don't want to put a puppet on your hand until you know what you're doing.
Okay.
So a true puppet form, you have to bend your wrist over like that, all right? Obviously, this is the bottom of the mouth. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
So I've got a puppet here. I just pulled it out of the bag. I'm not sure what character. Oh, my goodness. I've got one for you to try there. Yeah, he's a little red guy. Are you ready? Here we go.
Ready as I can be.
All right. The Bible. Yes, that's the book for me. I stand alone on the Word of God. The Bible. Okay, now remember, we're exiting, but we're not just dropping through a trap door. So here we go. Not bad, Brandon. I think you could bring puppets back, there at Mountain View during Kids Church.
You've been in Africa, the continent.
Yeah.
For how long? Since?
Over 25 years. We started missions in 95. We were approved. Made it to Africa in 97.
Do you identify more easily as American culturally, or now more easily as African? Because you grew up in Africa.
Yeah. So they have a term for kids. They call them third culture kids, what we would call a missionary kid or MK. And it's because they don't really fully belong in either culture, because they've left their home culture of America, and yet there's still things about them in that host culture, that guest culture, to where they don't 100% fit in. And I think for us it's a lot the same. Okay. I would hope that we're pretty comfortable in African culture, but at the same time, we're still American.
We've been in the countries we've been in, there hasn't been any anti-American feel about it. But when we learn the language and we respect the culture, meaning that could be our mannerisms, what we wear, how we relate in that culture, it's never been. But I have seen those that don't learn the language, don't respect the language or the culture, they're treated differently.
I really appreciate you guys. Speaking to the Americans, thank you for representing us. Thank you for representing the assemblies.
Absolutely.
On a personal level, thank you for representing Mountain View
Yeah.
For years and being the face of Mountain View. I don't know that I'll ever get over to Cameroon or any part of Africa, but I appreciate you guys going and doing what you're doing, and continuing to follow the Lord in the good seasons and in the hard seasons.
Yes.
And I appreciate your time coming here today and putting up with me.
It's been a pleasure on your porch.